People, of course, want to know whether this technology works or not. And so they do a lot of research on it. They look at Google, they search the internet, they find there are hundreds of research articles on this technology. And some of them say it's fabulous, and other research papers say it doesn't work well. Why is that? And it's because of what the researcher is looking for. This technology stimulates deep structures of the brain and the midbrain, the brain stem. So those are the parts of the brain that control things like sleep and anxiety, fear, hunger, things you don't think about very often. The deep brain functions of the brain. So the amygdala, which handles the whole fight or flight thing, the keeping us alive, vigilance, making judgments about everything, survival kinds of things, this gets stimulated and activated. So it works better. Things in the brain stem work better. But when we look at trying to research parts of the brain that have to do with the frontal lobes or the cortex in general, it doesn't do everything. It just works on these deeper structures of the brain. So if you're looking to sleep better or looking to get relief from anxiety, this technology does that. So these are the regions of the brain that are most activated by a CES unit. And this is from a research study that's a computer model that showed what parts of the brain are activated and kind of how much by using the ear clips. That's what we have on our CalmWaves CalmBox, or just ear clips. You just put them on your earlobes and turn on the box, and then these are the parts of the brain that get stimulated, activated, work better. And you'll see that in terms of the cortex, the outer layer of the brain, the temporal lobes do get activated. Not the whole cortex, not the top of the cortex, not the frontal lobes of the brain, but the temporal lobes do get activated as the energy is going from the left ear to the right ear and from the right ear back to the left ear in an alternating current format. And then other structures of the brain are also activated. The midbrain and the pons, the cingulate, the hypothalamus, these structures deep in the brain are also activated. And that's very hard to activate these structures, but the CES technology does that well. So it's stimulating these deep parts of the brain, these deep structures inside the brain that control, again, sleep, anxiety, fear, and attention. Let's talk about attention for a minute. Why is it that there are good research papers on attention deficit disorder in children using this technology? It seems unrelated. It seems like that should be part of the frontal lobes. Well, here's really what's going on. The reticular activating system is a gateway for the brain from all the information that comes in through the senses and up the spinal cord, and the reticular activating system in the brainstem figures out what are important things for the other parts of the brain to pay attention to and what's not important. The CES technology activates at an even better level the reticular activating system in the brain. So we can pay attention better, and we know what to pay attention better to. And that's why it helps with the research on ADHD, is so that anybody with ADHD is paying attention to the right things at the right time. So you can see how this would be helpful at work. You know what to pay attention to, and you can pay attention to it more deeply. At school, in sports, we use this with all of our players, especially our pitchers. They get peaceful focus out of it, a calm and peaceful focus.